Get unready with us while we share how we went from almost being evicted and repossessioned to 5 figures in the savings account and all of our bills paid to the end of the month, to the end of the year.
Oh man, it sounds so good.
I know. God's good. So we'll start from the beginning.
Yes.
When Jonathan and I got married, he had amazing credit. I did not, but I respected that he had amazing credit. I didn't ask for anything. I didn't require a whole lot. Even when we got engaged, I got small rings. Like, I respected his credit. I was raised to, you got $1, spend it. And so every time I got $1, I spent it. Because you can't take it with you.
Yes, and for me, I was raised to live simple, hold on to your money, just live a simple life. Don't be shooting for the stars, and just be basic. Like I said, hold on to your money, be very conservative.
And he was, and he had a beautiful credit score to thank for it. However, when we got married, all of that went in flames. We used most of his credit cards in order to pay for our wedding and our honeymoon. And then we did other shopping with the credit cards. Once I think we got a taste of what that freedom felt like.
Got loose.
We got loose. And I got pregnant with London. Once we started our family, I mean, y'all, we went all the way down to going to the stores to try to see how much is diapers, how much is formula, how much are daycares, and how much, and we budgeted, well, what we thought was so great, right? And then we have this baby, life changes, things happen, and we had to let go of all the credit cards when she was like 5 months old.
Yep, let it go.
We had to let go of everything. So then we're trying to fix everything. Everything is looking like, we're looking on the up. We're trying to pay things back.
Right.
I get pregnant with Autumn, and 5 months into that pregnancy, they fired me because I had preterm labor. They didn't want to work with my restrictions.
Yes, and that just put me in a position
to be a sole
provider. And I did not try to show how much being a sole provider had an effect on me. That was affecting me.
But I can see it.
But yeah, you definitely can see it. That's my wife. She can tell what's going on with me. And that had my mind thing had to be perfect at work, but that ended up putting me in a position to lose my job.
While I was still unemployed.
Yeah.
But he got another job within a couple of months. Well, he actually got another job within a week or two, but he got a job paying him what he was making in a couple of months.
Yeah.
So, we weren't, God really delivered in that time. He really, 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 really delivered in that time. Mm-hmm. And it was such a blessing. I mean, he got his 401k, he got his last paycheck, which was way bigger than we thought. It was just a blessing. It really was. We actually didn't miss a beat in that time. But that was like, there were glimpses of God's grace and God's light and God's favor in those years when I was a stay-at-home mom. But there were times where we struggled to buy school clothes. We struggled to celebrate their birthdays. We struggled to do date nights. I started doing DoorDash like crazy to try to help bring in a little bit of extra money. But it just never seemed like it was enough. And we made do, but then we made more mistakes making do. And so then I started this platform. And when I started this platform, I used it as an outlet for my postpartum depression and everything that I had been through. But I started making a little change after about a year. Started getting collaborations. They were only under $1,000, right? But it was something. Yep. And then I had Rain, and the collaborations really started rolling in for her. So then in November 2022, after I had Rain, all these beautiful collaborations had started to roll in, we started growing in numbers. We started growing in follower count. And so we felt like maybe that was the time. Yep. Jonathan got an amazing opportunity to leave his job with pay. And so he felt like that was God. Everything just seemed like it was aligning, right?
Ran with that thing.
And we literally had like, a couple of tens of thousands of dollars in the bank.
About 14.
We felt like it was a good enough cushion until more collabs rolled in. Yep. We had some collabs we were still waiting to be paid for. We felt like everything was going to be great. Yep. The collabs stopped coming. The collabs stopped coming. And we started picking up DoorDash. We started seeing maybe we should go back to work. And then we landed our first 5-figure deal. It was such a blessing, but it was like barely helping us make it.
Yes, it was.
So we used DoorDash to supplement. But in March, the DoorDash was over. They deleted his app. And everything's kind of went up in flames again. Like it just keeps going up in flames. Keeps going up in flames. Yeah. So then in April, we got faced with eviction.
Very scary.
It was probably the scariest I've ever been. We had already lost one of our cars last August. So in August of 2023. So I'm like, oh dang, so now we're about to lose our apartment. But the DoorDash app got reactivated just in time. And then another collab came through just in time. Yeah. So we were able to fix everything and stay in our apartment. Right. But then in June, our car did get repossessed. Yep. Our last car. And it's crazy because we had literally just gotten a collaboration, a 3-month collaboration, 5-figure collaboration. And so I'm like, God, what happened here? Like, why couldn't we have gotten this money and use that to, like, why did this happen? Why the bank couldn't give us a little more time?
I was trying to teach us something.
I feel like God wanted us to learn a hard lesson. Yep. We had to scale back. So we did. Instead of using that money to put a down payment on a car and get into another bad car deal just so we can have the car, right? Yep. The car that was worthy of being on camera, the car that You know, we wanted to drive.
Yes, gave us all the comfort we
The
needed.
comfort, right? We went ahead and downsized, and we bought a cash car with that money instead. And it's crazy because one thing that I love so much about having a cash car, we don't owe nobody nothing.
No car, no every month, nothing like that.
No bank can take anything from me.
Yep.
I don't have to worry about a bank taking anything from me. And that in itself is such a blessing.
It is.
And it's something that we now want to do when we do get our dream car again.
Take cash for everything.
And ever since we made that sacrifice, it's almost like God said, here you go.
Yep.
Here you go for your
I
sacrifice.
feel like y'all trying to get us in a position to take the right steps backwards to move forward, and we never got to that very, very uncomfortable state to move forward. We kept avoiding it by all costs, making every mistake in the world. But this time, we made the right choice to get uncomfortable to really get comfortable.
To be comfortable long term.
Yes.
We needed to get uncomfortable to be comfortable more long term. And that is something we never allowed ourselves to do. In retail, you get 3 paychecks twice a year. And then on top of that, he would get his bonuses.
Yes.
So we would use all that extra money we would get every year to put Band-Aids over our problems and never just sit in our problems and really recognize that these are problems.
Yes.
We would never give ourselves an opportunity to see we have some learning we need to do. We have some behaviors to curb. We have some growth that needs to happen. It was being masked by these paychecks saving us all the time.
We depended on that.
We depended on it.
We knew what was going to happen.
We looked forward to it.
So we just fell back and waited on it.
Yeah, but now we're entrepreneurs. Can't live like that. Immediately, when we lost that car, we had $500 left in the bank. We put that to savings. That was our first bit of savings, that $500. And now we have...
Oh yeah, I mean that thing.
We literally.
Quadruple.
It did not mind it. Did it quadruple? Yeah. I mean, that wouldn't even be. No, it's way over that now. And you know, like I said, the collaborations kept flooding in.
Yes.
We actually just landed another one today. It's literally by the end of the year, all of our bills would have been already paid when we get to December for all the way up until December. And we will have almost 6 months worth of bills in the savings account.
We did not see this reality last year.
No.
We didn't.
And we're not even at the end of the year yet. We're still in the middle of August. So many more collaborations can come through and secure an even more healthy savings account. One of the biggest parts about what we needed to learn is that our money needed to be put in front of us.
Yes.
We weren't putting our money in front of us. We were just paying bills and doing what we needed to do, doing what we wanted to do. And we didn't even know how much some of these bills were when it was time to pay them, or that they were even past due sometimes. Like we were literally letting our lack of knowledge and what we thought was a lack of funds stop us from being cognitive of what was happening in front of us, paying attention. Yeah. We let it stop us from paying attention. Right. And we gained not just a life coach, but a friend, a real friend who showed us the value of putting our money in our face.
The value of budgeting.
Like we literally put all of our bills on a budget down to the last subscription. We share it on a spreadsheet with her. Like it has been such a blessing to be in a position where we get it now and it's easy and it's fun. Like we enjoy paying bills. We enjoy putting money in that savings. We want to see it grow. We're ready and willing to make the sacrifices, and we walk away from the things that are no longer a priority.
Yep.
And we had to realize small things to help us get where we are. Like, okay, he's better with the money. So what does that mean? He's in charge of the money. Yeah. I don't fight that. If I need something, I go to him. If it's something that I me and the kids need right now, we get it. We take care of it. Not a problem. But if it's something we want that we don't need, we don't say no, but we say, let's plan. Let's save for it. Let's put a plan in place to get there.
That's it.
And it's just little things you can put in place to make your situation so much brighter. And I'm just excited for everything that's to come. We are sharing this because, like I said, we weren't raised to understand money, how it works and how you need to make it work for you.
For our family, being married, the financial landscape, we
didn't get that. And so we want to share for anyone who is feeling like it's dark out here. Like things are looking really bad and I don't know how God can pull us through this. Trust and believe. We made some mistakes to get us here, and life also put us here. Like it wasn't always because of mistakes we made. It was sometimes because life happens, like when I lost my job and things like that. And so trust me when I say what's meant for you will be. If that car is meant for you to keep, you're going to keep it. God going to make a way. That payment is going to come through.
It's going to feel right too.
That money going to come through to make that car note payment. If it's meant for you to stay where you're at, God going to make a way. As long as you're doing your part. Don't give up. Like I promise you, at the end of the day, God is going to shine light on your circumstances. Oh,
shine light. Shine light while you're in the dark, it's gonna come out.
Oh, God is so good, y'all. He is going to shine a light on your circumstances. He is going to make a way.
And your heart will not be troubled. Your heart will not be troubled.
He is going to make a way out of no way.
Yes.
He is going to show you that he had a plan for you all along. There were so many times where Jonathan and I questioned if we were doing what we were meant to be doing.
So many times.
Oh my God.
Yes.
And I'm so grateful that we stuck to it. I'm so grateful he didn't give up on this journey with me. Yes. And I'm so grateful that it did work and that we have found our people and that we have gained the attention of the right brands, not just any brands, the right brands that are true to who we are, what we stand for, what we talk about on this platform. And it has just been such a blessing. It has been such a blessing. God has been so good. And I want you to know, he wants you to know, we want you to know, he will be good to you too. Whether you're a single mom, you're just single with no kids, or you're married and y'all are really trying to figure this out. You can figure this out.
Every situation is playing to win.
Yes.
And not a doubt, but God in that plan.
But God in the middle of the plan. But God in the middle of the plan.
Yes.
So good. God bless you in everything you do and everything you touch.
Yes. Amen.